Well, this is exciting, everyone. How are you doing today? Okay, let's go. Cleanse, cooking class. Thank you, darling. Let's name it. Yeah. And we'll just wait for a few other people to gather. And I hope that today's session is going to help you to have an easier cleanse. I hope that we're going to incorporate some of the foods that we're cooking today into what you would potentially have in your cleanse. And the main dish that we're cooking is the khichdi. And Ayurveda has praised this dish as a one-pot wonder, a way to help us to lighten the load of the digestion so that we can increase our agni. Now, agni is our digestive fire. And at the change of season, from what we've gone from winter now into spring, this is a time where we can find that there's an accumulation of kapha dosha in our system. We've been eating heavier foods throughout winter, and we need to lighten our load so that we can increase and improve our immunity throughout the rest of the year. And so this dish has the protein, the carbohydrates for energy and sugar that our body needs to function and give us energy throughout the day. But at the same time, it can help us to lose weight. It's got the digestive spices in it so that it helps us to create this metabolism that we need to help increase our digestive fire. So what you're going to need is you've got your rice washed, hopefully your red lentils. We've got some asparagus, or it could be celery. I have carrots here and some kale or spinach. And we're going to cook with some spices in our dish. So we've got some turmeric powder, a cinnamon stick, some mustard seeds, and some black pepper, fennel seeds, and some coconut oil to cook on. So you could use sunflower oil. Sunflower oil is lighter than coconut oil. Where I live in Mallorca, it's already really hot today. And so I'm going to be using coconut oil because it's cooling and it really works well with my constitution. So that is going to be good for me. But if you're someone that is, for example, kapha dosha, then you would go for something more like a sunflower seed oil. Okay. But this is great for pitta doshas and vata doshas. All right. We're going to go over, we also need 5 cups of water. We use like 2 cups per grain and lentil. And so we're going to go over to the fire and start cooking with some spices. So you've got a view of what's happening in the spot. So we're going to start by adding some heat to the flame. A medium heat should be good. Then we're going to add in our coconut oil. So we've got 2 tablespoons of that coconut oil going in, and allow that to melt down. So I am cooking for 4 people, and that's, you know, it's about a teaspoon of oil per person, right? And then we're going to ground our fennel seeds, and you use a grinder here just to grind up the spices nice and fine. Get the wrist moving to get those nice and fine. Or maybe you're going to add the whole seeds in, whatever really works for you. Fennel is great for gas and bloating. It's got this wonderful aniseedy smell, which is just delightful. And so this is a great addition to add to lentils, especially if you struggle with digestive issues or you have bloating and gas in the stomach. Okay, let's see. That's not, yeah, now it's working. And we've got our mustard seeds. Mustard seeds are very heating, pungent, so excellent for this time of the year, spring. Add a quarter teaspoon of those to your pot. We're just going to look at the pot and wait for, now we've got the ghee or the oil, it's melted. We put the mustard seeds in, and they're just going to start to pop a little bit. We're going to get the rest of our spices. So the black pepper is also something that we can grind into a smaller particle, and that just really brings out the aromatic of the herb. And so this kapha season means that there's more qualities of moisture and dullness, sluggishness. And so we're going to bring in herbs that will help balance that out. So the fennel seeds are slightly warming, but they're light and bitter. The black pepper is light in flavor, and it's also it's pungent. So that's what we need to help to bring back balance to kapha dosha. Right, we can hear those seeds just starting to pop a little. We're going to add the rest of our spices in. So that was the black pepper and the fennel. I'm going to leave out the turmeric just yet. And we're going to start to add in celery and the carrot. So you can put in the carrots if you've got carrots, and the asparagus, put into the spices. Nice big size pieces. That's the way I like to cut my vegetables, because you know that's what helps to keep the vitamins and minerals in when you have big chunky vegetables. Oh, bite-sized pieces, yeah. We're going to add in our lentils and our rice. I've boiled some water because that's what I'm going to use straight away on top. Instead of cooling down the cooking process, if you use boiled water, that will help. So we're just stirring the spices with the ingredients here to coat them, and then add the water in. And the water is about 5 cups, 6 cups, depending on how much you've got of the ingredients. It's about, usually a quarter of a cup of the rice, a quarter of a cup of the lentils per person or per portion that you're making would be enough for one person. Okay, so we've got that on a medium flame. And this is where I like to start to add in some of the spices, the more powdery, delicate ones. And our cinnamon stick. I could have gone in the oil a little bit earlier. But yeah, the more powdered spices, they're a little bit more delicate, and so they do best when you've already got some liquid in there. Add in some salt already, and then just allow that to cook. Give it a stir. So the consistency that we're aiming for is porridge-like. It gets thick. And you don't really need the lid on. You can just allow that to bubble up and start to cook. And yes, there is 2 ways of cooking this. And so another way that I like to cook this dish is, let's not forget our greens, guys. Actually, I'm going to put those in a little bit later. Sorry. Yeah, so there's another way to cook this dish is we could have, added just the lentils in with water and cooked those for 10 minutes. And then we could have added in the rice, and then we could have added in the spices and cooked it that way. Either way is going to be equally beneficial. I like this way because you get to coat all of those flavors into the rice and the lentils. I don't know. I think it just adds a little something to the flavor, to the taste. And really can smell in the kitchen those aromatics of coconut oil, which is really nice, with the pepper and the turmeric. Just smells really good. So I don't have any fresh ginger. Can you believe it? Ran out. But I do have dried. So I'm going to just put some of that in there. Ginger is incredible. So many healing benefits of ginger. I'm just going to put that into the pot now. Stir it in. So it is tridoshic ginger, although if used in excess, it's going to be very heating for pitta dosha. It has excellent properties for helping you with circulation, your immune system, and warming your digestion. If there's any bloating in the tummy or any nausea from, multiple reasons, predominantly though, morning sickness, then having ginger tea is really, really benefit you. If you have cold hands and feet, then taking that ginger in a tea is also going to improve your circulation. It's wonderful when you have premenstrual cramps. It's just a really, really great herb. You should be drinking that every day. I certainly will be making some shots with it this time of this cleanse. I'm looking forward to making some turmeric and ginger root shots. So I'll be getting that going when I get to the shop next to get some. Any questions or anything? I'm going to take out this from you, Huda. How are you doing?
Good. Just turned on my my cooker as well for the khichdi.
Lovely. What vegetables are you cooking with today?
I only have fennel left, so it's fennel going in.
Right. Yep. So it's very seasonal. Again, all of these, what's in season at the moment, and what's good for kapha dosha is artichokes, right? Asparagus, the greens, all types of leafy greens, whether that's rocket, spinach, the kale, like we've got here, cabbage, lettuces. They're all going to be really good for kapha dosha. And this time, root vegetables like carrots, your fennel, these are all fantastic. Beetroot, so peas are also really great. And then just like most herbs and spices that are warming, pungent, are going to be really beneficial for you. So not only is that going to increase your immunity, but it's going to increase your digestive fire if you've got pungent and bitter foods on hand. And when you think about what is an astringent food, well, we're going to pick up some bitter astringency when we have our artichokes in a tea. Why don't we start that now? I'm starting to get a little bit parched. Do you have fresh artichokes, or were you able to get artichokes, Huda?
No, you can. I mean, I do have artichokes in oil, and I only get them in like a glass.
Jar. Okay.
In a jar, exactly. You do have them.
No, that throws me off a little bit because I was like, I'm going to show you how to make the artichoke tea. So let me show you. And when you manage to get to the shop, you can make artichoke tea. So artichokes are excellent for your liver, and they help to move things through your liver like 60% faster than usual. So it's very detoxifying. And since this workshop is all about how to cleanse the body and lighten up, then I thought what would be great to make would be artichoke tea. And so you can do it with the fresh vegetable. You can make artichoke tea from that just by like boiling that all up, or you can peel off the artichoke leaves, and then you can use those. So you don't need to throw away anything from the artichoke, or you can get the dry tea. So when I've tried this dry, it's so much stronger than the fresh. And so you only need a little bit. I've got my pot here. I'm going to put in literally a teaspoon of that. And it's really fluffy, this choke tea. I guess it's the insides, the choke of the choke, artichoke. Boil the water to 100 degrees, and then we're going to put that on there. Let's come over to how we're doing with this. Let's give it a stir. And it smells amazing. Really, really good. Such a nice comfort food. It's got this lovely yellow hue from the turmeric. Amazing. I'm actually going to put in now our kale. So I don't like to really cook a lot of the greens because they're so much more delicate. You can wait to add them to like last kind of final 10 minutes of the cooking process. Just adding a little bit more water as well here. So I like my khichdi more liquidy, and that helps again. More soupy it is, the better it is for your digestion. Right? It looks amazing. Lovely colours. Let's use the rest of this water for our tea. So we're going to let that steep for about 8 minutes. And as it steeps, it's going to cool down. And then we can add a little bit of honey. That's going to be great. So we've got some lemon juice that's going to go into the khichdi. And this helps with the colour of the dal, just to bring out that brightness. But it's also really good for blood sugar and helps to slow down blood sugar. And you could put apple cider vinegar, but I believe lemon juice is much more natural, much more aligned to, let's say, Ayurveda, where vinegars are not so used. Not totally not used, but just used a lot less. Another thing about the season, but not particularly for the cleanse, is having more fermented like yogurts, wines, and other things. But when we're on the cleanse, we don't eat those dairy or drink alcohol. So I think lemon juice is an excellent substitution. It is a little bit warming, it's true, but you can add in some lime juice if you want. Lime is also quite much better for pitta dosha than lemon. Lemon is considered quite warming. Let's go and have a look at our khichdi. It's bubbling away. They're lovely. Let's add in our lemon juice. We're giving it another stir. So the rice is breaking down. The more we stir, the more it's porridge-like it's going to get, really. It's called like a tarka. It's breaking up those spices. Guys, I'm so happy. This looks so good. I get excited when I think about eating khichdi. I love it. It just smells wonderful with the coconut oil. Let's grab a plate for when you finish. And that's so cool. Being able to see your food in one screen. Oh, wow. Yummy, yummy. I'm going to turn the heat down now so it's on a low boil. And I'm going to put the lid on for that last 10 minutes cooking. So we've got our tea that should be nicely. In fact, I would wait a bit longer for it to cool down, and then add some honey in it. It's going to be amazing, I know. Let me just grab another drink, which I think is going to be really also a cleanse essential, and that's just a lemon slice with some water, some warm water. And a pinch of ginger. So, like I say, this is very simple tea, very cleansing because the lemon is alkalizing. The ginger, as we say, is warming. It's great for your digestion, digestive fire. And it also helps with the small channels, the subtle channels in the body to open up. Ginger is one of those herbs that you can, like I say, use for morning sickness. You can use it for headaches. When you feel like the aura of headaches coming on, you can use ginger tea as a remedy for reducing those headaches and migraines. And so I've got like a quarter teaspoon of ginger powder. If I was going to use a fresh ginger root, which is a lot more sweeter and less kind of heating and pungent, I would use up to like half a teaspoon of ginger. If I was a kapha dosha, I'd go for like a teaspoon of the root and maybe half a teaspoon of the powder. And honey is medicinal for kapha doshas. So this season, it's better to drop the syrups and go for honey, raw honey, if you can get it. Certainly unheated. certainly don't need any honey today. I'm sweet enough. So that's really warming. Think about the mornings. They are cold, they're often dark, there's this sluggishness often in the morning, and people would turn to a cup of coffee to give them some energy and everything. But ginger tea is really invigorating. It's really like enlivens and wakes up your senses. I say, ditch the coffee, go for one of these instead. Even, you know, like as a very first drink, instead of going for coffee, have some hot water, some lime, and some ginger. It's going to be so much more cleansing for you. Okay, we got a couple more minutes before our khichdi is ready, and I'm going to put on some into it some freshly diced parsley. Parsley is wonderful. It's got vitamin K in it, so really great for your blood supply. Right. Let's give it a stir. Put half my parsley here. It's more of a European herb than it is Ayurvedic herb. We can find it here in the West. So much more available, especially this time of the year, than say curry leaves. Can you feel the texture and the consistency? It's like, it's thick, you know, it's thick, it's like a porridge. So we know that this is ready now. I'm just making sure that as it thickens, it doesn't stick to the bottom by giving it a stir, keeping it from burning. And now this is personal preference, guys. It's like, how thick do you like it? Or how watery do you like it? So, you know, if you're on the cleanse and you're like, experiencing and noticing that after eating this dish, your body feels very constipated, then we need to add more water in your khichdi to make it much more liquid. And say someone that's more of a kapha dosha, that may need, you know, to add more liquid, have it lighter, more like a broth, you know, for their digestive type, because it can, you know, also, you know, it's portion sizes, how much are you eating in your portion, and if you need more water. Okay, I'm going to turn off the gas. That's great. Oh, it's exciting. Love it when it comes together. Okay, I'm going to serve it on a plate. Hello. Hello. Yes, I hear you. Okay, Shanti. What's happening down here? So we've got the kitchery plated now. Doesn't that look good? And you can add in some cilantro, some fresh parsley, whatever you have available. So if you're a Vata dosha or you're Pitta dosha and you want more oils, and particularly Vata dosha, right? Then you might also be Pitta Vata, right? Or feeling more of a Vata imbalance and need to calm down the nervous system. Then you would add in some oils. So the coconut oil, a spoon of the ghee, and then we've got lemon juice or lime juice. If you're Pitta dosha, you may just want to have a little bit more of this. Also Vata dosha, Pitta Vata dosha, you may want some more sour taste for lemon. If you're a Kapha dosha, you may require more black pepper. So you can sprinkle some black pepper on there. When you're a Kapha dosha, you want to reduce the amount of salt, sour, and sweet at this time of the year. So that's a consideration. Okay, let's go for a little taste test. Are you plated up, Huda? Did you manage to finish yours? Let's have a taste test. Dreamy, creamy yumminess. Like I said, this is the ultimate comfort food. That's amazing. So this is our go-to dish when we're cleansing, when we are looking at reducing the amount of toxicity in our body, when we want to lighten our load, losing weight, boosting metabolism, increasing that digestive fire. And you can just feel, I feel this warmth and this soothing comfort from eating this food. And I hope you do too. Okay, my loves. This is good. I'm really, really happy to spend this time with you. If there's any other questions, like bring it up in our WhatsApp chat. I will also look forward to next month's session. We're going to go deeper into, some more foods for this season of spring. And so, yeah, lots of love. Thanks so much for showing up. All right. Bye.